welcome back, everybody. We got a little late night Monday or early Monday morning stream. Take a look at the new event here in a few minutes. Thanks, anybody, for checking in. I appreciate you. And hope we had a good, fun, safe Memorial weekend. I hope we celebrated for the right reasons. Specifically for any of those who passed in service of our country. Man, you know we appreciate you. Now, for my Memorial weekend, I had Richard running me up and down my stairs. Plug this in, disconnect this. Call your ISP. Don't call your ISP. Reboot this for 15 minutes. So we had a good time. I'm sure Richard worked his ass off a lot more than I did. Less physical for him, more physical for me, but he worked his ass off. So big thanks to him, as always. Well, we're waiting for this guy to flip over. It should be any minute now. We'll flip it over, and then we'll take a look at the new event. I haven't looked at all and have no idea what it is this week. But I think, and Richard thinks, that we might have our issues taken care of. At least all of the part of the issues that we have control over. We still think there is still a little bit of some ISP stuff in there, but I think Richard worked around it. Man, this kid is fucking crazy good, dude. Go out with a bang. Yeah, I was gonna get on a little earlier and play some of the event for this week, but I think I had that thing won. I think I would have lapped commercial too. I popped a 3-better in there. I mean, I could easily jump myself up to 48, I believe. Wait, what's the number right now? I could jump it to 48 or 49 real quick with just playing a clean round. Hey, Cam, how you doing tonight? Let's go out with a bang. All right, so the new event should be ready to go here. Yeah, it is. So let me finish this thing off, and we should be able to pop in right away. Yeah, Cam, I like to jump in and get if I'm up, even though with the time change and now it being 1 a.m., it kind of sucks a little bit, but oh well. I'm still up. I would just be up banging out on MLB The Show, so. Ooh, this has got a chance of going in, I think. All right, so that's done. Let's see if the new event's rolled over, if I kind of got to force a call to get it to do it. No, it's still giving me the old one. So let's see if we can force a call and get it to flip. We might need to do a reboot in order to do it. Yeah, we probably need a reboot, but we'll see. Let's see what we got. When you get right at this cusp point, we might as well just reboot. I haven't rebooted my machine in some time too, so this is. Now, guys, I really want to go back to this grounding thing we were talking about. The grounding is definitely a big issue, guys. If your machine's not grounded properly, I figured mine was not as well. And I was getting some weird stuff. We've seen it. You've seen it when I'm playing live, but one of the weird ones is I'm getting is that the ball does not work only on when it's in gameplay. In all the menus, it works fine. I'll have buttons that will work intermittently when it's not grounded correctly. And I don't know, those issues didn't occur before 2021. I don't know if it's a safety measure, if it's a mistake somewhere. I don't know if Richard would have any ideas of what it could be doing. But as soon as I fix grounding issues, it fixes most of the problems you were having. So be real careful with that. As always, one of my PSAs will be don't take the copper tape completely off. Make sure it's leaving connection between the rollers, from the rollers off to the plate underneath the deck, just so there's a place for shit to bleed off. All right, it's that simple. All right. So we're about pulled up here. We're getting back. Yeah, Steve, I like throwing one in. I like throwing them in late. Plus, I like to see. I like to make tests for all the heavy work and heavy lifting that Richard's been doing. And you don't strip no more. Ooh, ooh. All right, now we're back up. Good, good, good. But thank you guys for tuning in. I do appreciate it. I got no hat on. I feel kind of naked right now. But at least I did just shower, so that felt good. Don't strip no more. Come on, baby. Get connected. Let's play some tea. No, I spend a lot. I spent a lot of time on the couch. That's all I'll tell you. I see we got a few people jumping in from GoldenTeeTV stream channel as well. If you guys want to get into, make sure you check out the word of mouth page as well as jump on to YouTube gt.live / the mouth. Get subscribed, get your notifications turned on. We're generally going live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. And we've been throwing one in typically on Monday night, unless I get pissed off that my ISP or something's not working and I quit early. But I keep everything informed there. Plus, I put little tidbits out on word of mouth when we see some cool shit. All right, so we should be up. Sunshine Vacation, a sunshine-filled escape. Should be doing this in the winter, but that's okay. Let's take a look at it. We're going to start with my 3-driver bag. Unless it's a par 3 event, the 3-driver bag's perfect for these. In general, most of the time, your shots that are going to be challenging are going to be your shots with approaches. So you could be 300 to 400 yards away, and it's really useful to have 3 drivers for that. Right now, it's on my par 3 bag because I was just playing some par 3 invites. So we're going to switch over here. We're going to play out this first one, so it should then set this as my bag in the app, which is good. Okay, little tidbit on this hole. To the right side of the tree that I am looking at, those branches have invisible leaves below it, and it will hit them with pretty much any club. The low T 8.5 normally doesn't, but what I end up doing on this shot is I cut it through the tree to the left with biter backspin and play it that way. And I overcut it this time. Is it going to sit? Okay, it's fine. All right, so Cypress, that's Cypress 4 or 5, I believe. Okay, good. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. These holes are fun ones. This one carries a little bit longer than you think it should. I mean, that was 108 mile per hour driver with a cut on it, and I got to the pin. So just know that you don't need to man up on that hole very often. Oh, all right. I believe, what is this, Pelican? That wasn't a very good shot, but we're being pretty tame right now. Oh, God, this hole can eat you up pretty quick, guys. But we got 3 drivers for a reason. It's helpful to have this one here because the 8.5 approaching this green, no bueno. But we're going to try the 10.5 and just hit it pretty solid. Obviously, when you got these small greens with an uphill from that distance, you want to get the most loft coming in to land down and land soft and then get a little spin back. So I'd rather overhit the 10.5 there than have to smoothie a 9.5 driver. That shot, though, you'll see I will almost never hit the 8.5 driver at that. It's typically going to be 3 wood or 10.5, whichever one I can man up on and get there. There's your reason. We wanted everything. That one's pretty standard. Be careful not to overcut. You can hit the rocks. Generally, the 4 wood and 5 wood are over the edge of the rocks, so you have a lot more room to play with. Okay, so this is going to be over the trees. I'm going to high tee the 10.5 here. My high tee 10.5 full is going to land about 350. So we need to hit this about 125. Okay, we need to hit it 120, not 121. I like playing up one club past the hole here. Baby cut with backspin. Try to land it pin high. You're going to watch this ball bounces forward pretty hot no matter what the wind is. That was not my best ever. No more love and I hate. All right. I almost never go from this side on this hole. I do like that if you play it straight at it with the high tee, the mountain behind this mountain won't hit with the high 4 wood or 6 or 5 wood. 3 wood you can hit, and obviously then that means the driver you can. So if you're going to have to hit a 3 wood or higher, you have to play it outside around the rocks a bit more. Stars what was that one? What's it? Yeah, Pearl. I was thinking Pine, but no, Pearl. Okay, Volcano. This setup we got is very friendly right here, but this hole can be a bitch. Remember the 9 wood? It's technically about a 205-yard club, not 190. So we can actually get this. Maybe a 200-yard club you want to play it as. All right, so it looks like this is going to be all drivable. Ooh, okay, we got a drivable par 5. This is also going to be useful to have both the 8.5 and the 9.5. We're going to go for it today. I don't think I'm getting it up, but we're going to try. When you're going to be contemplating, when this shot might not get there, you're going to want backspin for that little bit of extra height. I didn't catch that well at all. Yeah, that wasn't good. Now, the joy of this, though, is I have a chip for eagle still. That was bad. Weak. All right. So, first mistake. So, that's going to be a hole that changes par. In case you haven't noticed this, I don't like those in events, but it happens. Get that you rip, G. All right, this is going to be another par changing hole. Yeah, no, I whiffed the ball, Richard. This one's not going to get up that way. I'm not getting it there. So, I got to remember what this shot is, though. Is it a high tee? I think it is. Here we go. Oh, that's an excellent save, huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, the drive two. The drive two was a bit short. That chip was terrible, guys. But so we're a few strokes off already. Another fun one. You got a ton of options on this hole. Over the rock wall, over the little land bridge there. Underneath it with a low tee driver. Today, I'm actually just gonna man up. No, I'm gonna hit the 10. I'm gonna hit the 9.5 high tee. I have to be careful of the last tree around it, so I need to stay outside of it. Now, you don't generally, if you hit it far enough off that little rock bridge, you don't generally get a bad kick off of it. It'll bounce like it's hitting a flat surface. Obviously, that's not always true. All right, the 3-driver bag is an imperative today, guys. I got to remember, I think the 9.5 actually clears this. That certainly looks too high for the 9.5. Let's try the 10.5. The 9.5 probably would have hit it too. Ooh. That was really a weak shot too. It's okay, baby, only word. All right, couple different looks here. If you move the tee, you can get a gap between the middle of this. But if you look to the right, that branch is in play. I rarely use that middle gap. I'll come over here, play a low tee 4-wood, 5-wood, or 3-wood, baby cut, and then overcut it again. I'm overcutting everything right now. Royal Cove. Nice little. Better on my own. Not my phone. Oh God, he punishing us to the last hole. Oh, he's just pissed off a lot of people. But at least this hole's always there. That's tough. That's a tough finish. He just brutalized us. This is actually going to be a fun set. Well done, Travis. This is going to be fun. Front nine's really easy. Back nine's going to give us a little bit of hell. But it looks like par is actually maxed out at 37 this week. 37 should cut it. If you end up at, so predictions wise, 185 is going to win it on the home edition side. Probably even 183, 182. This is a good setup though. Very approachable, still tough. Good. This is good. Let's try to get a clean round here real quick. Wow, see, I've never had this whole play this short twice in a row. And I don't like it. I want to hit a driver in. All right, let's get one here. Let's get one of these. All right, so this one's only 300, so we're gonna hit the 3-wood hard with backspin. Oh God! Yo, Rick, how you doing, sir? See, this I hate. I don't like this look because you can't really go from here. You've got to go from here, bring it back. We're gonna backspin it. We're gonna cut it enough. The only problems really coming on this hole is when you get aggressive at it. I'm saying, though, the 3-driver bag is going to be a huge advantage to most of us. Let's try to man up on a 3-wood and see if it clears these trees. I think it does. Well, you don't need to man up on it full. Oh, that felt like a good ball. All right, pins up close today. I honestly think it'll get above that. Honestly, I've been looking at it lately. I would have crushed this commercial. I played 25 games of it. Okay, so this is on all day. If I hit a good ball. Fuck. Yeah, dude. I hate I hate C3s and A1s now. But we got our eagle. See, Cam, that's the thing, though. Yeah, 85 can, but you can get. There's going to be somebody that puts up a 2-better and then all clean 2, though. I really need to start just going out and playing the event for commercial, too. Because, like I said, I finished this week on home, and it's the same at 147, but I also have 2 below clean rounds left. I think it goes up to 30. Well, yeah, if that's a double eagle hole, everything else is an eagle. Oh, wow. Okay, so 33. I'm happy with it, Richard. All right, what do we got? I think we can just high tee a 3-wood right at this. And once again, remember, older courses. Notice the yardage didn't change when I moved it back on the box. I moved it back from the front to the back, or front to quarterback. So we're looking at about 335 in now. Okay, so the 6-wood on that distance. So okay, and I was working on the Eddie and I were talking about this. Simone. So he chushes at about 39, and he's at 20%. So Travis, last tournament I did do very well. I got 4th. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, when you get down to the final, the best 4 of us in the room, I mean, it's anybody's ball game, dude. And I will kill it in St. Louis too. No, absolutely. I agree 100%. I lost to McCook twice. There's no real difference. There's no really love lost that I lose to McCook twice, right? Oh, and to be quite frank, if you look at the top 4 at that tournament, I got 4th. I play 20% of the games a month as the guys who beat me do. Haas got 3rd. He plays about half as many as those other guys do. It really does come down to it. It's who's sharp at that point in time. Come on, you're going to do... Okay, good. I thought it wasn't going to leave me a putt. I don't like chipping from there. Okay, I must have messed one up because one of these must not be drivable. Because I've gotten eagles... Oh, yeah, I've gotten eagles on everything. So it might be 35. Wait, is there a birdie hole in here? Yeah, there's got to be a birdie hole in here. So par is 35 or 36. God damn, I hate this fucking hole. All right, so I'm just going to cut the 3. And actually, I'm going to cut the 10.5. I'm going to leave a long putt. Maybe. All right, we'll take it. You can eat shit, Golden Tee, and your new putting. That ball barely got to the hole. That shit drives me crazy. All right, so there's a par 3 in there, too. So it's actually par is 35, can be 36 with the double eagle in there. God, I might want to not use stouts for this, to be honest with you. I might want to use Titans here. It'll make that other, and in fact, we're going to try Titans here. It'll make the double eagle hole a lot more tenable, even though it can be drivable with stouts. So we switch to Titans now, guys. This might take me a couple of games to get used to again, but I played arrows for a little while too, so this helps. All right, you want a mouth win? Yeah, no, and actually, I didn't play well. To be quite frank, I didn't play well. I just the people that are on my level, I didn't make mistakes against most of the time. People that are slightly better than me, I missed a putt or two, and that's the only person I did that against is McCook. Yeah, gosh, now I got to remember these things will carry forever. But I did warn you guys that hole carries. No, I got a very strong feeling that I go to St. Louis and I'll take first or second. I'm going to have Richard with me. Every tournament my buddy's gone to has been a win or second place. So I'm happy with it. Or, I mean, Worlds doesn't count. That's a whole nother ball of wax. All right, so this one's going to be longer even with that 3. I think that 3 wood's too long even. So we're going to just smoke a 4. reason just a little bit's enough. Just a second, we're not broken, just bent. Ah. This Titan shit is getting me. It's not too bad so far. But watch, it might not even be very worthwhile to do it on it because this hole's not going to be drivable most of the time. I'm kind of with you on that. Or at least new tee boxes would have been fun. It would be awesome if they released the tee boxes the Saturday morning of. The only problem with doing that, though, is that since we're customizing bags and clubs so much, that if you did that, it's almost not even right. But I mean, we have really had almost the blind looks. Richmond in the past was always like the week after the new courses came out. So there was a lot of times that we did have a tournament in that kind of facet. Okay, so this is where we've got a hard look. Oh God, that is not a fun look. Ah. Mama said that it was quite all right. All right, so we've been clean through 9 every time. Let's see what kind of difference these Titans make. God damn, that should be there. But you can't get 158s anymore. It's just, Thanks, Travis. And honestly, Travis, a lot of it has to do with finding your right sobriety levels for the entire weekend. Okay, so now that I switched to Titans now, this changes how I'm going to approach this shot. Yeah, guys, I don't think stouts are going to be the ball of choice for this event. I really don't. We're going to play it up top and let it trickle down. Bad kick. Sit from, I know my home. Ugh. All right. My mama told me we were good kids. All right, we're playing this one well. Jesus. All right, so I do have wind now, though, so this is getting a little bit tricky. Oh, I've always chipped with my palm. I can't chip with my thumbs. Why isn't that turning back at all? Holy shit! That didn't turn one bit with a low T. Nope, no good. Quit that one. Fuck. God damn, you can't miss the fucking par 3, dude. But that's a challenging little par 3. That one's got I got a lot. I've got a lot of love for that hole. That hole won me, I think, $10,000 and a machine. All right, we're gonna stick with Titans though, so we'll see. God damn. We're gonna just assume that it's got me lined up straight. If I thumb this straight, this goes in. Nope, I didn't thumb it straight. I pushed the click left. God. Yeah, Steve, that micro twitch thing, I'm fine at thumbing in my range, but when I have to thumb softer than that, no, I'm all over the place. I can't keep the line. Look at how much I babied that, and I still almost flew it. So just be careful on that. Hi, Aiden. Thank you, buddy. I've been trying to. I'm pulling down pounds. I think that if I lose a couple pounds, I'll be more ferocious at tournaments. If only because I'm in a lot less pain. I'm down from 270 to 250 and under now, so I'm it's really just pounding down all sorts of water and not drinking really any sodas. And I still am drinking sodas, but just like your random soda, like once every couple days. One time ball. And then we need to get Aiden. You got to be there too. But I want to look good. I want to look good. Yeah, that's going to be a repetition thing, Steve. Once you find your spot, how to hit it, and I try to explain it to people too. If you watch my trackball meter on my chips, I have a natural bias rolling the ball over to the right. If I try to correct it, then I spray my chips on the forward swing because that motion has been so ingrained in me in so long. So I've actually just said fuck it and I'm going to do it. But I can't putt with my thumbs either. That I spray that shit all the time too. So what time ball? Oh, where's the right four? All right, this one we're going to cut the 3-wood. Just don't worry about really anything. Just stay to the left of these. Don't fuck around with going to the right. The cutting it around the right is not as good of a look. With this shot, you're really safe with it. It's not a make most of the time, but you can get close and start aiming at it a little bit. Shining like a Fifth Avenue diamond. Okay, we got a good look at this. Now, remember though, you got to add 10 yards onto this. This is 208 with the 5 win. This club is too long right now. Even with the low tee, I'm going over. You like this? No, that one I didn't want backspin. I went down to the 8. I went down to the 9.5 driver on it, thinking that it would get there. It wouldn't have mattered. If I'm hitting the 8.5, oh god, that's terrible, dude. Oh wow, good kick. Thank you. Oh shit, no stouts. I gotta play the wind. Now I just got to get used to playing the 10, 12 wins. These double-digit wins without stouts. It'll take a couple games, but guys, I'm serious. I think Titans are the way to go here. Even for this hole, too. So that one I hooked on purpose, just trying to play the wind. How do I want to do this? All right, it's going to hit the fairway up top. It's going to hit the rock one time and should kick up. And I backspun that because I didn't want to have it hit the rock going forward at a hotter trajectory. Just so you know, when you hit that rock coming down, your spin's gone. So I'm just using it on the top part so that it bounced higher up and hit the rocks softer and didn't roll through into the bunker. Wow. Wow, tight. God, these things go a bit. Sand chipping is my savior, dude. Now, see, this wouldn't be enough club with stones. Shit. It's a little bit concerning to try to change your whole game just because of your balls. It might be useful to have a low iron, but I'm still going around the outside on the left. I'm gonna miss this chip here. Yeah, I knew it. 2 down, no good. All right, so we've all seen this one time going through a couple times. What are we thinking? This is it's challenging, but very fair because all of the holes that aren't challenging are actually holes that you can go and attack, and a couple of the challenging ones are even attackable too, and that makes these a lot more fun. Holes to attack make events better. When you're having to play all these shots where it's like, I just want to stick this green, hopefully. Holy shit, I gotta get used to this. 8 wind. I thought I. Yeah, 107. I'm only hitting that one. Hey, Sean. Good morning. Mm. We haven't really had a good look on the double eagle hole yet, to be quite frank. It's always been crosswinds. Crosswinds don't really help on that hole. We really want an outwind this next game. Oh, fuck yeah, Aiden, you're coming. Giddy up. It's a golf course, dude. That's all I know. The venue that we were originally going to be at is Cyberg's, and I could have told you a little bit more about that place. From what I understand, it's huge, and we have a private room for next year. But they weren't open. They didn't know what was going on in that county. The golf course now. Here's the thing, guys. I'm not expecting it to be the best run, the best venue for a tournament. It's good because we're having a tournament. And hey, who knows? People, they could shock me very much. But I bet it's going to be long waits to get drinks. They're not going to be ready for what we're bringing to the table. Yeah, it's going to take a pile of games. Well, but so that's not till next year. So this year, it's at, I don't know the name of the golf course. Come on. I fucking muscle spasm that. Yeah, no, it certainly is. Cam, it's going to take a pile of games because getting through 17 clean is going to be challenging enough. Yeah, Missouri Bluffs. There you go. But the public one, not the country club, right? All right, let's try the low T tenant, the low T 8.5 here, just so I can show you guys. This might hit the branch. See that? So don't do that. Go around it. That hit nothing, right? Clearly that hit nothing. IT's been told it's not going to help. That's $1 I wasted for you guys. Just remember that. Then he stood in the dust, stood by a sunflower. You're the sunflower in the dust. All right, now we got a better look. All right, so we got it. It's offset a little bit to the left. We move this here. This should fight that enough. Let's see if I hit it straight. Is that in? Is that going to break left one? I can't. You couldn't have made it with the T with these. Now, stouts, I probably had a good chance of making that. Yeah, that's still babied in. This hole carries a lot farther for some reason. Trust me, I know one or two of you are going to play that hole and fly it the first time or two. All right, 316 pins at the front. I'm going to hit the 3-wood. It's an outwind of 10 with backspin. I could fly this, but I'm not going to. That's a hole I'm not really attacking often. Oh, this is a good look. That one I attack. It's coming up. I want to say it's 10. Thank God that that's dirt and not a rock. For me, Steve, for me, Cam, I just started playing commercial again for the first time on Thursday. And on Thursday, if I'll play one game of it, and if it turns out to be a clean round, then I'll bang at it and go for the score. I mean, I have time to get. And actually, I'll play more. No, I won't. I'll play next week's one quite a bit because I'm sure Richard and I will go to the bar a few times. But there is this neat feature on streams, Steve. You can rewind. I'm giving that hole runs all the time, but nothing dropping. All right, so we're going to try the 8.5 with backspin. This is going to be tough. Well, I caught a 158, but I knew that wasn't coming back. All right, 45 on mulch. Can I shush this? No, this is too much wind. That wind will affect it with no stout. God damn. All right, so that one I got it up. The backspin makes a huge difference, though, dude. That thing was up by a mile. $367. All right. This is a problem shot for me, I gotta say. I got lucky, though. I'm okay from here. Maybe. Maybe I'm okay from here. I'll take it. I'll take the birdie there. Stouts make that hole a bit easier when you're cutting it around, but make it harder when you have to go over the top. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna bounce it one time off the fairway, then off the rock, and then on the green. I caught it a second time, but it caught the rock the second time and hit the sand to kill the bounce going forward. Ooh. It is nice now, though. Switching balls, the putting is not really any different. Huh. Okay, so it is the 10.5. I mean, it is the 9.5. See, Kim, for me, honestly, Aiden, when I saw where I was, I thought I had a chance of making it. All right, so this is a good look. Be careful still coming in on this. You can still clip that second tree, but we're going to cut this with the 5-wood with no tee. I got to get used to these cuts, man. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that was weak. I needed a high tee that. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, giving up, giving up. All right, so I like when the pin is where it's at right now. Wow, okay. I wanted to see what the low tee would do there. Woo, this is rough, man. Come on, let's get a 36 up. Come on, 36. But if you've noticed, we haven't gotten a really good setup yet either. This hasn't been good. Now, Cam, have you noticed when you go and play commercial, is the setups the same? Like as you follow through, will my first setup be the same as commercial's first setup? I honestly wish that I think that they could combine the two for a week and see how it goes. That would be freaking awesome. The sad thing is, though, I would end up rolling it, and it would make some serious guap because I'm paying $1 and you're paying 3 or 4. Seen more. I'll take the world by storm. I'm surprised that I haven't missed this hole yet. Now I'm going to for sure. No. This is a great setup, guys. It's kind of fun. I'm gonna say this is what it's a nice change. They've not been great all the time. Last week's wasn't bad either. We gotta get a couple nasty aces going here. Now, see, I know I've got a backstop behind this too. So there's not really any risk. And remember, that's not stone behind it. It's not a rock. It's like mud or dirt. So it hits it and comes off. You can putt from that stuff. It's a little bit tricky. Yeah, I don't think so either. God, I should hit the other shot every now and then. I'm just so much more comfortable with this one. If I fall. Going the other way, you can hit the rock on the downslope, and that shoots you right in the water. The world by storm. I will say my cuts are a bit off with playing Titans for the first time in a while. All right, another one. This one isn't there for sure. It's far. We're not at the front of this box. It's far. And this goes back to another thing we were talking about as well. And this is kind of for Jason Stark specifically. So when they set these modes, they have a choice. They can change the winds to be high winds. They can make the tee boxes easy tee boxes, right? The problem is easy tee boxes on this hole, it's never drivable because the easy tee box is one farther back away from the hole. So when you're sitting there, and Jason, when you're looking at the game saying, I want to play from red tees, this hole is never drivable from the red tees. So I implore anyone who's playing on a home edition, well, in case you haven't learned this yet, clean on Baja is one better. All right. That's the world. Yeah, you need to randomize your tees or else you're not getting the full Golden Tee experience. It's not set up like you would think it is. Who's starting to get real excited to see this PGA machine? Okay, now we got a setup we can go through the trees on. All right, so what I want to, I've done this before, but if you look There is a V in the trees higher than all of it, all of what we're looking at right now, right? You see the V? The left branch is in play. The 5-wood will clear it most of the time. The 4-wood will not. The branch on the right is never hits. It doesn't. It can't hit it. So if I need to hit a 3-wood or a 4-wood to get close, I just make sure to play it out right farther. See, went right through it, right? It'll be, maybe it'll be. All right, what do we got looking at here? Ugh. Ugh. Now, how do I want to go at this? God, I think I have to hit the high 6, or do I want to bounce it up? Let's bounce it. That's fine. I'll take it. All right, so there's a little trick that I'm doing on those ones from the fringe. I'm hitting the ball almost to pop it off the roller, so it forces it to go straight. I know it's goofy, but I'm hitting it in a way that I'm kind of skimming and jumping into it. So I'm using the trackball limitations to my advantage. That way it goes straight. It doesn't always work, but I'm pretty good at hammering the palm shot straight. I'm into you. Been 2 years, I miss my home. Oh, this actually has a chance of going in. Oh my god, I totally forgot that I'm not on stouts. Oh, that sucks. All right, save it. Oh, that's terrible. Oh god, I totally didn't even think about that. Whoops. All right, well, now we got to ace one of these. Because I've still got a lot of fight left in me. There's another shot here that I don't ever play. Luna showed it to me. I guess that's close. I guess I'll take the 34s. Are probably not bad. They're probably keepers. I mean, one off. That took some chipping too. I guess this is the 2 holes that are not always really there. Meaning, although Coral Ridge one is technically always drivable. Okay, it's sure as hell hard, and the risk to reward can totally eat you up. It can just pound your ass. It's terrible. And then the drivable par 5 is there or it's not. And even when it's there, with how C3s and A1s are now, it's not guaranteed. I'll tell you this before, when that course was live, if it was there, I was on the fucking green. All right? Guaranteed. Now that I can't. I don't like this. I laid off of it too much. Yep. And I'm totally fucked. I can't get out. Let's see if we can come up with a chip off one of the other sides, but I think it's too low back there. Yeah, no, it's not going to work. If I hit it hard enough to get back. I think I jinxed myself with that. You know what? We've seen the event enough now. We got a good first look at it. Biggest takeaways is Titan's probably going to be the ball of choice. Stouts can be used. You're sacrificing a couple holes. But let's look. I got a couple of interesting invites getting close to expiring. And I will remember to change balls too. And then I'll call it a night. I'm not staying up too late tonight, guys. I'm sorry about that. We really were using you guys as a test again. Oh, well, I've got this 64 man. This is against Adam Harris. Let's do it. Let's see if I'm going to go 30 or better here. That's my goal. But we got a good start too. We got a makeable hole one. Oh, I don't need to change. I have a ball. I have a bag of slime. But oh, balls. These. Wow. Ooh. Come on, guys. 30 or better here. We got to get a better world record up there. That 28 is not that big on this score. This is the make or break. I'll blow this hole more times than not. So maybe I'll get it here. Fuck you, game. But this is one of my least favorite holes ever in Golden Tee. And then the drops are fucking stupid too. I think I just lost this invite. We can save par. We're only 2 off. Okay, but that's okay. At least I didn't get totally screwed with the drop. Got to get some hole outs now. We got to get at this. Hole out time. Here it is. Oh, wow. A very short look here. Wow, we should be 11 through 6. Crap. Wow, my thumbs are on point right now, though. We're feeling okay with them. in between clubs there. I should have laid into it. That pit is in an ugly ass spot. All right, there we go. That's not terrible. We're 2 off after 9. I can take a 13 front. Oh, I don't know. Nothing's been brought up yet. We do have that one place that we always went to for years. But you know, with how many people we're gonna have, it gets really tough for me to commit to that. Because I do like I really want to focus on getting games in with as many people as possible. Chris, yes, that's it. I think I could thumb this. I've never thumbed that shot before. That would lined up perfectly. That was scary though. Watching that, my butt was puckered the whole time. Yeah, that place is fantastic. And then I planned on in Orlando, and then we find out that the nearest place to go eat was like 35 minutes away. Then they try to talk me into going to Outback, and I was like, get out of here. Go fuck yourself. Richard, do you have the video from Indy? Haas and I playing the finals on this course? I know you have it. I'm just questioning if it's a... I just wanted to make sure. That's going to help. I wish you might have another one. Yeah, and then I missed the fucking easiest shot in the world to lose. I was so drained though. Yeah, I fucked up this hole. I lost on this hole. It was fucking terrible. Oh, dude, I wish you were allowed to have been recording and streaming at that casino in Indy for that one tournament that we had, or Kendrick won. Because the Grover and Stenmark match on Cod Andreas was probably the best Golden Tee I've ever seen. I want to say Clint ended up winning 33-32. It was insane, but Clint holed out 16 and 17 after Stenmark holed out 16. And then 18 on Cat Andreas was Clint had it in the bag. And it was like the easiest look ever. Well, he undercut it and hit the rock wall on the left. And it came back to like 60 yards away. Stenmark almost cans it. So it puts it within a couple feet. And Clint then drains the 60-yard chip to win. No! No! Ah! Oh! Sick! All right, that was needed. I needed that chip. Otherwise, I'm sure I lost that. I may have won that one anyway. I mean, anybody can come and pop a 24 on that. The double eagle hole could fucking bounce funny. All right, let me see what other good courses I got to play, and then I call it a quits if I got nothing really good. So you guys pick the next course. Anybody here see something they like in my list? All right, let me go down to the oldest. Misty would be fun to play. I don't want to play anything from this year. Volcano's great. Indigo, Grizzly, Falcon. I think I'm going to make an executive decision here and just play Misty because this is a fun ass course. My secrets, they carry love. I made an executive decision. You guys don't matter anymore out there. Ah, this sucks. I wanted to have a shush on one, but it won't be close enough. Okay. Guys, I almost did something on a CTTP game or a par 3 invite that I haven't. I don't think anybody's even been close, but I came really close to pointing every hole in the 18 holes. I put one hole 6 feet away. All right. I hate the rain. They just need to get rid of it completely, or bring it back on everything. And actually, being that all the machines are going to be up to par on PGA, I got a feeling that the game modes with the game modes that are exclusive to PGA will probably have rain as my guess. That's a theory here. I mean, the main reason they got rid of it is because, and guys, this goes into everybody complained about how the machines. Oh, we have to up. There's no upgrade path for the old ones. That sucks. Yeah, that's bullshit. But if you guys know the history in IT, they did allow an upgrade path from the old 4 machines, right? And from the machines prior to 2005. And it was a huge mistake because I think that Don gave me the number one time, and he told me that 33% of the machines in the field are still machines that were once 4 machines. So, I mean, imagine what that does in development. Like you have to account for all that. So now you'll have the one machine standard versions every year, and development will be very simple, rather than having to dumb it down to machines that have old ass hardware. We always go into it blindly. Ooh, what do I want to go at with this? How is that short? Well, what am I expecting? Fuck, I don't expect anything now. They're broken completely. C3s and A1s are broken. I can explain why they're broken, but it was an unintended consequence of fixing the 120 glitch, right? And let's preface this a little bit. You too, Jason. Have a good night, bud. So let's talk history of this, and let's talk why this unintended consequence happened. So with the 120 glitch, so I'm in IT's little room, like their little studio room where Kevin and them play, but they also have it set up to go to a test server, right? So we had Joe, one of the techs, the old school techs that's now in the gaming side, was there just watching the readings that came on the machine side in real time. And what we saw was, and mind you, we never drilled down to figure out exactly why the 120 glitch was happening. But we did see the commonality of, on all of the shots that had the 120 glitch, it was missing a forward swing read. Meaning that there were 2 readings on the forward swing, and then I think it's 5 on the back swings, and 2 on the forward swings, right? So what he tried to do the first time was make it so it only required 1 reading. Once he did that, you couldn't even hit the trackball. Nothing. It wouldn't even let us play. All right, cool. So then what he did was he forced it to take 2 readings. He forced it to always have 2 readings instead of just having 1 that it doubled. And when he did that, I went around hammering the ball. No 120 glitches, awesome. But what we didn't test at that point in time was C3s or A1s. Because C3s or A1s were never 120 glitches. They never did. So there was no thought of even doing it. And what I suspect is this, what happened with C3s and A1s was you would be hitting them so hard that it would take that reading and be like, okay, we're fucking good with that 1 reading. So it would take that 1 reading, and since I'm maxing it out hardcore with the 1 reading, I'd always get a 158. So before the 120 glitch, if I didn't have a 158 A1 or C3, it was A, I whiffed the ball, B, the ball was grease fished and it wasn't reading it, or C, that's really it, because I never really missed them. They were almost always there. Now, there's a couple other factors involved with the C3s and A1s. One part of it is that it's taking 2 readings now on it rather than just grabbing the 1 and playing it through. So the 2 readings now, it kind of has to be the perfect angle and perfect speed in order for both readings to read the 158 to max it out, right? So C3s and A1s now, where they used to be just hammer the shit out of the ball, right? And you'd get a maxed out. It's more of a finesse shot. That's a terrible shot. Oh my, how did I lay off of that so bad? Now come on. That terrible. So that unintended consequence. So now I'll have C3s and A1s that'll read 130. If I lay into it, it reads inside of the direction and it always reads 151. And it's because I'm popping over some limit. So it's not reading the second time. The ball slows down for the amount of time. And then it's taking the average of the 2. So it's reading a less spin. It's reading a less swing. How do you fix it? Fuck if I know. But, and also they don't believe me that they're broken. People don't believe me that they're broken. I know for a fact that they're broken. And what the 120 fix did not allow it. I mean, it's what broke it. Or, and maybe not. Maybe this is what they were supposed to be, though. That's the thing, though. Maybe they shouldn't be easy to accomplish, and I can understand that. And if you gave me a choice, I would rather, even though for me, that was a huge advantage for me to always be able to hit max C3s and A1. Not a lot of people could do it. But it also is a huge disadvantage because the way I hit the trackball, for some reason, I would get 120 quite a bit. So it's helped me out quite a bit, but it also took a power part of my game away. Now, was I super ecstatic when I heard about PGA the first time? Because I thought I thought they would clean up a lot of the code issues that they're having, or because it's such a tribal knowledge, old ass code that they're using. Yeah, I was super ecstatic. And then Adam's telling me, no, we're not. We're just porting it directly over. We're not cleaning anything up. And I was like, well, that sucks. It was a perfect time to do it. But there's reasons why they're not. That isn't just the fact that they don't have the manpower to do it. It would be the fact that you're going to have those things connect with legacy machines too. And I don't know if they wanted to retool the code for the new one and the old one at the same time. They don't have the manpower is what the answer always is. Is this clear? Ooh, this is an ugly look. Hey, Jeremy, Drew, sorry about that. I was on a rant. Yeah, that wasn't very good. Oh, I'm in bad shape here. I don't think this gets over. It did. Good. Yeah, this is a really bad game, guys. Aiden, I hope that answered you. I know it was probably not what you're looking for. What I find myself doing on 15 now is playing it softer than I should. What the fuck? All right. Is playing it softer and undercutting the C just so at the very worst thing that happens to me, the worst thing that happens to me on the hole that usually on 15 of forest is that I end up in the bunker if I get it out, if I hit it good. And if you see me, bunker chipping is actually I'm happy as fuck when I'm in the bunker chipping. Rough bunker hazard chipping, hazard at least that doesn't allow you to cut from. How about that? Wah, wah. Wow, this just ate me up pretty good. All right, we'll play one more. I don't want to end on, what is that, a 19? Wow, I just got fucked up on that course. Jesus. Some of these old courses can eat your lunch. I wasn't really paying attention too hard though. Fucking Aiden got me on a rant there, and I do appreciate it, Aiden. I love the rants. It gives me something to talk about. Hopefully give some information too. All right, let's play Volcano. Let me shoot a 28 and be done with that. Yeah. So for me though, for C3s to read 158, it's never a hammer anymore. It's just under my max, and it's a touch. So sometimes I'll lay off of it too much, and it plays 136 instead. And there's certain holes too that I can't figure out why. For instance, 2 on Monty. That hole, for some reason, on 2 I'll hit a C3 and I'll hit it 151. But every time on 5 I hit it 156 to 158. I don't figure that one out at all. Oh, I disagree, Cam. The new C3s are not. That's absolutely backwards. C3s don't work all the time. I don't care who you are. You're not hitting perfect 158s every time. And I know, I mean, being a top player or somebody that's banged a while, I know that before I could always count on it. And now I cannot play shots that I have to count on it. So I'm going to say you're totally wrong on that. I would disagree with that 100%. Now, if you mix in the fact that if I combine the two and say, okay, would I rather be able to hit it straight 142 every time without it dropping down to 120 magically? That, and because of that, C3s are the way they are. Yeah, I'll take that right now all day. I mean, dude, I went back and thought about some matches that I've lost in the past. I can remember 4 matches specifically with Andy Haas that I lost by 1 stroke or in sudden death on shots that I got 120 on. I mean, flat out 120. I lost. I would have won TOC, the last one that Luna won, but I got 120 in regular time on 1 hole, and the same hole in sudden death I did as well, and I still almost won. Because I hold out, and I missed like a 10-foot putt, too, on 17 to let it go to sudden death. You're living with the man that you no longer... Like this shot here. I would have no problem almost always going out to the fairway because I'd bang a C3. I'd know I'd get it out to 3. I know it would hang out and go 158. If I hit this right now and I hit it too hard, it's going to be 151. It's going to be between the 2 and the 3, and it's going to cut into the shit, right? So now I got to look at this hole like, fuck. Now I got to play it this way for sure. And I didn't hit it far enough. Or did I? We might be able to get this there. Now, Gossett seems to think he has a way that he gets it perfect every time, and I'm going to just call him a flat-out liar. I don't buy it. I don't see it. I've never seen anybody been able to consistently do it. If you watch any streams now of tournament play, people aren't hitting 158 C3s. If you go back in time and look at some of the older streams, and it would have to be, when did the shot meter come out? You would see that I never missed him. Always bang, hammer. And I mean, it was, everybody always laughed because, I mean, I would just pound them. I mean, I could just fucking hillbilly rip them. No, not. Okay, the C3 and the A1 spinners are not shots that the casual player or most golfers play, right? So what you're saying here, anybody that's hitting C3s and A1 spinners are not casual players. And we've always had this view because we're all looking at it from a different thing. If you're sitting here watching my stream right now, you're not a casual player, guys. You're not. You're better than that. You're top 1% of people to touch a track. I mean, it's just, even though you may think that your buddies are way better than you, if you're shooting 20s or better, you're... Okay, Rodney. I mean, okay, Southpaw. Yeah, Rich, when you type into the chat window, you have to pop it up on a screen for me to see. All right, so the shot meter came out in 2018, Richard told me, right? All right, now you got me going here. Because now we're going into casual mode after this game. You got me on a rant. You motherfuckers are keeping me here late tonight. That's all right. I ain't got shit to do tomorrow. Climax C3. And this is also part of where it became, I mean, it was kind of folklore, but we had an acronym for this. It was MDI, MDIO. And it was mouth drove it or mouth drove it over. Now, a lot of that had to do with something that a lot of us were unaware of at the time, and that was because my A1s, I was getting my natural A1 swing and how I was spinning the ball was causing me to get the A1 turbo glitch without me even knowing. And since we didn't know what that was, use the rusty. Got it. That's going. What was that? What was his name? Now that's even a little before my time, but it's Rusty Hockenberry, right? Okay, got it. Um, Cam, again, I'm gonna disagree with you. I think that that's a shot that everybody struggles with now. They're just not right. It's and the reason they struggle with it is because it's broken. It's not because of what they're doing. The shot itself is broken. All right, I'm gonna flat out say that. So there's a lot of things that you find are broken and are able to play it. You know, you're. I think you're out of line with that. I don't think you're right at all. Okay, so now this goes. Or just fixed. I'm not sure. Yeah, well, okay, so now, guys, and this is going to shock a lot of you, right? I know that Stenmark was a little bit upset about the 120 glitch getting fixed. You know why? Because he was like one of the only people that figured out a way to hit the trackball, and with a way of hitting the ball that he was almost never getting it. And it was a huge advantage for him. I mean, a lot of these matches came down to one stroke, right? Now C3 A1s are broken too, and we'll go through. We're gonna go through. We're gonna jump into a casual mode after I stick this stupid hole. Wow. Oh, wow. I got robbed and then also helped. I lagged that chip, by the way, guys. I wasn't ripping a 5-wood at it. I mean, a 5-iron at that. I would have shot it over the back edge. I got robbed, though. All right. This is going to be the ending of the night. We're just going to... It doesn't matter what clubs or balls. We're going casual, though. And I don't even really care the course where we end up at. But... Oops. Wrong button. I need something big and open on one. Yeah. I should just go. No, Mayfield's too short. What's open on one, guys? What's one? What do we got? Yeah, Hawthorne's fine. Okay. I'm gonna show you, right? And I just kind of did a little tirade here, right? All right, so spinner C3. This is me hammering it. 151. Almost every single time I hammer a C3. That's rare that I got it to go there, right? Richard, I'm going to totally disagree because I had to fucking argue them. I had to argue for days and record. I mean, dude, when we first got the stream up and running, before we had it up and running, Jeremiah had a stream going, and I went over there and recorded a whole bunch of shit and showed it to IT and kind of proved it to him. All right, so now watch. I'm going to hit a C3 here, but this time I'm going to hit it softer. 138. Wow, that's way softer. But watch. Does that make any sense whatsoever? No, these aren't how they should have been, though. No, Richard, no, because it can't be how it was meant to be, because honestly, they don't even know how it was supposed to mean to be. 153 by hitting it softer than I hit the 151. I mean, this doesn't make sense. Now, mind you, there's a couple things I think are affecting this, right? um, okay, this time now, I'm going to pull it flat to C and try not to go way outside. Because if you guys don't know this already, the max reading that the machine takes is to the tip of the C and the tip of the A. Even though my meter is showing me pull to choose club, yeah, I know. It's kind of fucked up, right? It doesn't make any sense. But if you look at so I think this has something to do with it. I'm going to pull it flat C, which when I say flat C, this is actually a max C. And that's 146. I mean, guys, I am not missing the trackball one bit. I'm hitting these all almost perfect. And none of them are doing the same thing. This determines that this is fucking broken. It isn't right. It needs to get fixed. It never will. And now it's just all over the place. You can't. So when I go up to hit a C3, now let's look at A1s. A1s are a little easier for me to get the speed dead right. Oh, yeah, you're probably right. But honestly, I don't even agree with that, Richard. I don't think they know what's wrong with their product half the time. Now, see, that's because I'm catching this dead nuts clean. It's just not consistent at all. It's not a consistent shot anymore. Before, that hammer shot that I hit the 151 with was a perfect C3 and would have gone perfect. Now, that one I whiffed the ball on trying to hit it in a different spot. It's not how we're hitting the trackball. It's how it's reading it. No, it's not that at all. It's nothing to do mechanically with the trackball. This is all code, dude. This is all code, 100% code. I mean, and you can see we're pretty negligible on distances on these. It doesn't really matter. But the 151 went the short. This doesn't make any sense, right? So my best guess for you guys is the shot meter on C3s and A1s doesn't mean shit. It really means nothing. I mean, right? Look at those. Oh no, the speed readings are 100% perfect, Southpaw. They are absolutely perfect. It's because what we're seeing on the speed readings is happening before it goes into the game engine. It's why when I Oh, okay, cool. But and if you look at, and here's where you can kind of determine if it's different or not, if the game's taking something different than what you're inputting into it. When you YouTube a shot, okay, for instance, I hit a full, right? Let's say I hit a full. And that went in. You see how my shot meter is outside of the C? If I YouTube that and went back and watched the YouTube, here, let me explain what I'm going through here with this. But if I went back to YouTube and replayed and YouTube the shot and replayed it, you would then see that the shot meter would read to the tip of the C and not to the choose club. Why? Because that is giving you the shot meter after the fact. Richard can explain this a little better, but so YouTube is a rendered after the fact of what went through the game, right? So then it's displaying from like this, the back to the beginning, from the finish to the beginning. When we're hitting the trackball right now, the meter is reading pre going through the game's engine. Now, this is where I'm starting to get curious about the distances, right? Okay, wait, what? Pull back straight C and 104 again. All right, I got a better way of doing this, Rod. Watch. Okay, let's go skip turn. Mulligan. Okay, we got two guys on the tee, right? And I'll prove this right now. We're going to leave it right here. This is going to be a full, like outside, choose club. Right? All right, I got my pullback. That's going to read close to choose club. Now watch this. So now I'm going to disconnect this. This will only go straight. So now I know I'm going to max this straight to C2. Right? Watch. Ah, shit. God damn it. I hit spin. This is going to be some quick proof for you, right? All right, so we got no spin on. We don't want any spin. This is a full, like all the way choose club. I'm going to disconnect, and I'm going to hammer this straight. It's going to read dead straight to the 2 and hit 142. Okay, see where it pulled? Way outside of the C. Okay, now we're going to do this again. Okay, now skip turns. Back on the tee, right? Now, anybody want to bet me that I put these two balls exactly on top of each other with different pullbacks? So, I'm going to pull this one to the tip of the C as close as I can, but be outside of it. No, I don't want to mulligan that. I want to show you that these are going to land in the exact same spot. All right, now watch the reading on the trackball here, guys. Damn it, I didn't pull it enough. I didn't pull it outside of C, so it didn't have enough cut. So that one was inside of the tip of C. We're going to do this again. All right, we're going to do this again. We're going to make sure we're outside of the C, outside of the C. Now it's back. I feel like I pulled that back outside of the C. I'm going to hammer this now. These should be right on top of each other. Boom. Exact same shot. So once you go any farther outside of the tip of C, that is all the same goddamn shot. So there is nothing farther. There's no such thing as what we call a full. So when you look and be like, oh yeah, you undercut it. This was game changing for me, right? When I learned this. And a little bit of credit goes out to Corey Neely, Gravy Beast on this. Because now, this is why this ends up being such a huge deal, okay? So through my whole time playing Golden Tee, I thought we had 180 degrees of angles in our pullback that would change my shot. But I don't. I have 90. So that means that any mistake that I make on my pullback in here is twice as unforgiving as it was in my head. So that pullback line is such a big, it's the most important part of any shot, which is why stouts and thumbing every approach and never pulling back makes this game fucking easy as hell. And it's why people that are playing stouts that are pulling back are fucking up and doing the game completely wrong. Yeah, so, but, and this is the biggest game changer though. So now if we're looking at this, I have only between the tip of the A and the tip of the C on my pullback. So it's so now every one of those, which let's pretend they were each degrees that we had, It's actually 2 degrees for every increment in there because your increment has to double because you have half the pullback space. So it is a game changer actually when you're, and if you start thinking about this in terms of cut shots, like, yeah, if I pull it one click too far, that cut is actually going to be pretty goddamn dramatic. Yeah, but I mean, this one was, and it was funny because I made fun of Corey with this because he sent me a Twitch video where he clipped where he kept mulliganing his guy and then doing again, and I'm like, dude, I can't. When you mulligan 2 players, I can't tell that they're landing in the same spot or not. You can't. I was like, why didn't you just do a 4-player game and just leave the balls there? But it's kind of it. So this is why. This is the reason why stouts became are such a huge advantage. It's because I'm never pulling back. I mean, really, and this is my approach to every hole I play in Golden Tee, right? All right, this is my approach to every hole in Golden Tee. Okay, can I thumb this shot or not? Do I need to cut around an obstacle, or can I thumb this? If the answer is I can thumb this, sweet. Now, can I move a tee to negate the wind? So can I use the tee box to do it rather than myself, which aiming directionally is not accurate, but aiming straight to the tip of 2, you can get that down to being almost 100% perfect. I mean, you're off sometimes, but then the off of you being off sometimes. No, Rod. I'm telling you right now that this is how I've shown IT major problems. They love it. They know that I'm never using this in gameplay, so yeah, the thumbs are the thumbs are no, that's great. If they ever tried to kick me for telling them what's broken on their shit again, if they tried to ban me again for telling them about something being broken, dude, I would lose my goddamn mind. I would this there. I don't even know how I'd handle it because the last time when they banned us because of that was me telling them that there was a problem and I wouldn't rat anybody out. Like I was like, guys, you've got people using this trackball and manipulating it. Now, there's a whole nother thing with this too, that I got sent a video that you don't even need to use the switch. And it's fucked up. If if you take a bill, right? No, they needed to ban people, but they needed to ban the right people and not just blanket people with it. Yeah, that's no, it's not Rodney Collins, it's Rod Critchlow. It's not Rodney. GT South Pole's Rod Critchlow. Rodney Collins is Morpheus from Texas. There's another way to make the roller not work. And I'm telling you right now, if I ever saw somebody doing this at a bar, I'd probably knock them the fuck out. But if you take a dollar bill, and feed it down here, right over here, that side roller doesn't work anymore, and you can thumb straight all day long. You don't need a switch. You don't need anything like that. So if you feed a bill down and roll the trackball onto the bill, that side roller doesn't roll anymore. It basically locks it down. And it's stupid, dude. I mean, so it's now, and these are the kind of things, yeah, you can slide a bill down and it won't hit the roller. Now, this also makes me think that they don't have anything in place to stop people from doing something like this, because that would then make a reading of, I mean, the whole theory is if what I've been told by IT is that they'll get pings if the trackball reads like a perfect 180, right? Because it's almost impossible to do. Like the sensitivity of the ball, I think it's down to, let's say, the 100th or maybe even the 1,000th. You can't mimic that and hit it straight. No, the copper tape. Okay, guys, and here's another thing. The copper tape is not affecting your shots nearly at all compared in what the normal player's doing. I am telling you this, that copper tape is not jamming the roller up enough to stop it. It doesn't have enough copper tape there. It just doesn't work like that. In fact, I would be willing to guess that if there was a way that one of you could physically hold the roller while I was hitting a hammer shot, it would still move. You wouldn't be able to stop it. The tape makes everything. The copper tape will make the finesse shots have a little bit of different pulls to them. Putting, you'd notice it on. Thumb shots, maybe chipping. Hammer shots, fuck no. I've never had a trackball with any amount on it that I can't lay into, murder, and get max speeds on. It's just not happening. It's just not the case. Copper tape doesn't do that, right? It's just, it's. Yes, but what I will say, that people that say, well, I've removed the copper tape on my ball and I've had no issue, I think those people are having more issues than what they even know. No, I know. I'm saying that the copper tape isn't slowing it down. People that go and post on the board that say, I'm only getting 120 when I hit my trackball. And the first response is always someone on there going, well, did you remove the copper tape? Dude, the copper tape is not dropping you from 142 to 120. It may drop you a mile per hour, right? But it is not dropping you to half swings, dude. It's just not. You have a technique problem, or you have a grease fish ass ball, or you have an encoder board problem. That's it, dude. That's it. If you're not getting the speeds you're used to. And then another one on top of that I did find is having the copper tape completely removed was, oh yeah, let's do it. What am I playing? Okay. Oh no, you need the copper tape in there, Ron. The copper tape has to be there. People that take it out, the copper tape, the grounding issues, yes, it does. It absolutely does, and it has to be there. There is a reason why it's regulated that they have to put that there. If they knew that it wasn't necessary and all the complaints that people gave to HAP, they would have gotten rid of it a while ago. It's why after a while, they went to those metal clips. What they found out about those metal clips is, without a total change in their manufacturing process, yeah, but it's not even that. The copper tape being there could cause, let's just follow logic here. And even if we're not electricians, if we look through this, okay, if I throw too much of a voltage spike through this wheel because I'm not grounded properly, hey, guess what? That runs all the way straight down through into the I/O board. Yeah, a bearing, even a bearing fucking locking up will only dumb it down. And that's the other thing that can be wrong if you're getting slowed down speeds. Bearings locking up will do that too. But here's the problem though, right? Just like electricity and fluid dynamics and all sorts of things like that, things take the path of least resistance, right? Those bearings aren't locked onto those rollers. If your bearing's jammed up, the roller will spin through the inside of the bearing. So you'll notice a decrease in MPH, absolutely. Is it going to stop it? No. Is it going to drop me from 140s to 120s? No. It just doesn't. And so when someone goes in, I just try to skip past. I've given my rants on the copper tape thing, and it's painful now, the people that talk about copper tape. And in fact, the people that tell you to remove it completely I can generally tell you that they're less intelligent people. And it's not because they don't understand electricity. It's because they don't understand, like, you shouldn't be taking shit out of something that is there for a reason. That makes you stupid in my mind. It's like somebody who takes apart a car and takes these parts out, don't have any idea what it's there for, but says, the car's fucking fine though. even though we're missing we got this fucking bucket of extra parts after I put the engine back together. No, those parts are unnecessary. Come on, guys. Get your head out of your asses. And logic can show you this. All right, so guys, I'll rant on this one all night. It's 3 a.m. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna smoke my sleep aids. All right, Steve. I'll play one more of the event. Fuck it. Now I will say this: by doing what I'm doing on the trackball, it kind of fucked me up for a good 5 games until I realized that I loosened up one of the wires on the clips going to the encoder board, and it was causing shots not to read. No, but this is a topic I love, Aiden, because I don't. There might be 1 or 2 people that know more about the trackball. Chad Hart, for instance, right? He knows more about those encoder boards and the charges and how they work than almost anybody I know. Oh, okay. Thanks, Steve. Here we go. We'll play one more event. Richard knows more about it than he likes to admit. But he also knows that you don't take that goddamn copper tape off. It's stupid. Don't fucking take it off. Don't do it. Stop doing it. Don't do it. If it's not on there now and you like the trackball that you're playing on, go to Home Depot and buy a little roll of that stuff and reform that complete the ground. Just complete the ground. All right, we got to make sure we got our 3 driver bag, and we do. Now, this is uphill. I'm really wanting to... We're going to play this one with Stouts and see what we get. Yeah, I'm going to play Stouts one time here. Because really, when we're looking at it, that drivable par 5, we have... I want to say it's like a 1 in 8 chance that it could be there at best. So do we want to adjust our entire game based off of one hole that may be there? And even when it's there, it can just be me. It can be close to being there just for me to fuck it up more, right? No problem, Cam. All right, I'm gonna make this one. We're gonna make this. Oh, I got a shitty bounce. No. Yeah, and he's telling me, he tried to convince me that I me not having the vernacular on what he was saying, but he was trying to say that voltage spike can't do that because of the way those things read, and I don't. I think he's wrong, and he kind of agreed with me in the end too. All right. 8 win. Let's thumb high T this with release and see if we can make it. Come on, win. Oh, fuck, man. Wow. Okay. I'd have to read the messaging because he ended up going against what he had said. I'll have to send it to you, Richard, because I mean it's some terminology that was more advanced than I know. Could I follow what he was saying? Yes. Could I repeat it and not sound like an asshole? No. And I'm not really good at not sounding like an asshole, so. You guys are really cutting into my fucking... I wanted to finish this. I wanted to finish tier 2 team affinity tonight. I mean, what the hell? All right, so now we know, don't go straight. That's bad. Straight, bad. Now, you can go here and cut it in. This setup sucks. Yeah, I'm going to let Stark beat me. He's playing me with my own money, though. Oh, God, that's wet. Oh, it stopped. Oh, he was trying to say that the grounding couldn't be causing the club change. And I don't even think the trackball's part of the club change that that happens to some people. I really don't. I don't think the trackball is involved with what was happening to Clint. I don't. I think it's a grounding problem from another part of the machine. I think he was saying. I have to read it though. Hmm. Well, Richard, when I'm explaining about the YouTube videos, can you? But with YouTube, right? Uh, and how the machine? Can you type this in and explain to everybody how the YouTube when you upload to YouTube how it actually works? Does it goes back to IT and then they render from the data the YouTube and send it up to YouTube? It's something like that, correct? They're taking the metadata from the whole. They take that piece of data and then render a video and upload it. Is that? I'm pretty sure that's what you've explained to me in the past. Okay, gotcha. Yes, yes, yes. Which is why though, and guys, it's the after it goes through the engine's metadata. The meter that we see is prior to it going into the game engine. That's why there can be slight differences only when you're using outside of the readings. Uh Correct, because every shot in Golden Tee technically has a backswing. That's another weird thing. It technically does. And it's the same reason why if I fuck up a shot, you guys notice that when you okay, those of you who chush or you've seen it, have you noticed that when you chush and you spray it really bad directionally, um, but when you chush and you miss directionally a bit, right? Have you ever noticed how they always come back towards the hole? I think it was Fox posted one that he literally missed it by 20 feet directionally off to the side and it turned back in because there's a backswing on it already. My friend, look how we've grown. Okay, that's it. Yeah, but I hope you guys got your mind blown about the tips of the A and the C. Yeah, I agree, Steve. But honestly, I'll be happy with just shooting clean. How about that? We're okay with that. But I got a feeling clean on this setup is going to require me to hold out twice. Everybody know. Yeah, see, I'm almost glad that it wasn't. I so now Titans are actually a negative. And here's the other thing too. There could be a setup on here where I can drive it with stouts, but not with Titans. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. It's why I still debate with people that Castleshire is not necessarily a Titan or Streak horse. What everyone seems to forget about the stouts is that at 4 miles per hour wind in my face, stouts are longer than Titans. At 6 to 8, I might have these numbers wrong. At 6 to 8 miles per hour in my face, Titans are longer than Streaks. Yeah, look at this. Now my ball won't move, right? I can't do anything. Okay, but watch this. It works fine here. Bye, Richard. Now it's back. I don't understand. Okay, so this setup sucks. This setup sucks balls, dude. I'm going to hit the tree on the left. Yeah, that's just, that is close to not being there. Now I'm kind of screwed because I don't have the right clubs in my bag. We might get birdie out of this. I'm going to try to chush this, actually. No, that won't work. All right, one more time. One more try, and then I'm done. I'm fucking done after this. Well, Richard just left, guys. He wrote down here in a chat to me saying, he's like, I'm out. I need to go. Eat it. I need to go eat a dick. I'm out. All right, let me get this fifth game in. We'll get the fifth game in here. We're going to finish this no matter what. Here we go. Hole outs galore. Giving them runs. I'm giving them runs, dude. They call me the water in Mexico because I'm giving runs. I'm out. I need to go eat a dick. That's what Richard wrote. I don't understand it. One hop. I mean, guys, and those are the kind of the topics that we went through tonight are why I was super ecstatic to hope that they were going to just redo the whole code, and they're not yet. Adam says they thought about it for the future, but they just didn't have the manpower to go through that kind of project right now. And I was very upset after that. I was like, oh, too bad. Well, we're going to get Adam back on here again here in the next couple days. I think we'll do it once Richard's here. So maybe between but the week prior to the St. Louis tournament. Now you guys are going to have me wasting my time tomorrow, probably trying to exactly figure out the issue with C1. Because I want to come up with a theory exactly. I think one of the problems is that technically it's not reading outside of the 3 on your shots. It's not supposed to. So like if I hit a 151, but it's showing my meter outside of the 3, it's actually like a 140 inside where it's actually playing the shot. I think it has something to do with that, but I don't know though. I don't know. This is all just speculation, but my speculations are becoming. Yeah, cuts and micro moves are. I mean, they're the cuts are. The cuts are educated guesses, guys. They really are, except for max cuts, which can be an exact science. Which is why someone like JoJo kills everybody on the dailies because he knows his cut, those fulls, and they're repeatable. But to me, wow, why did that go so far? A full is absolutely almost completely useless in regular prize play games. I'm just gonna put up a score here. I don't care about it right now though. I'm gonna get my 5th up. Yeah, it might be so bad that I'm gonna have to play another. This is fucking ridiculously hard setup. Wow, I didn't think that would work. Oh yeah, but see, but the whole thing is, Steve, the depiction that we get on the visual isn't precise enough to actually match uh to actually be able to define what we hit. So I mean we can estimate, but we don't have a meter that gives you ticks. Like if the meter wasn't so big and bland and it gave you actual ticks, like a between like made ticks for each individual degree, like pretend it's a clock with minutes, then that might be useful. But otherwise, it's really just a feel thing. And it's the best players are the ones who get the feel down better than the next. I mean, it's really that simple. Or they play stouts and never have to. You never have to cut it. You never have to. And honestly, learning how to cut playing stouts is actually harder than the other one because since it's such a micro. It's so micro on your cuts. Like there's not a lot of forgiveness in it that you don't have wind to fight your cuts. So when you're playing stouts and you try to cut a ball, it's really actually hard to do. It's hard to fight a 5 wind with stouts with a cut shot because that 5 wind's only 2.5, and you try to do that, it doesn't. You don't have a way to do it. So don't get me wrong. The way with stouts, the way you play Golden Tee is much easier, but it's not even easier. It's much more precise, and you have to become more precise to actually get the use out of using stout. Oh, can't make a wife out of a hoe. Oh. All right, we got to get a hole out. We don't have any yet. Here's one. Here it is. Oh, I murder bonered it. Oh, that line was so pretty though. But we and Steve, when I say clicks, think of that like your micro moves. That's basically what I'm saying there. Like, oh, I one click too many, or I pushed it one click left on the forward swing. Now, for all we know, because what we're looking at on the meter is not nearly accurate enough for how accurate the readings are from the trackball. I mean, what I'm saying is one click could actually be 3 clicks. You know what I mean? It's just a way of vernacular to make it so that we have some sort of commonality in it. It's not an accurate statement. Like, oh, I pulled that way, I cut that way too much. I needed to be under half there, and that was over half. Yeah, dude, I'm not playing well. This is not good. I'm definitely hitting the wall. I need to get upstairs and smoke. All right, we're going to play this the other way this time. All right, so this is a full now, right? So fulls are generally 2 clicks with most clubs until you start getting like 7 irons and higher lofted clubs. It's a little bit less than 2 clicks on the cuts. But if we do this, I got a slight crosswind. It's going down, so it's going to cut more. This is 2 clicks, puts me slightly right of the hole. So when I hit this, I'm going to high tee it. I'm going to pull it back full, but I'm going to push this right a bit. And that's just a quick estimate. Somebody like JoJo that plays fulls ridiculously would sit here and tell me, no, that club with that full will be, it'll be 3 ball lengths to the right of the pin. Okay, cool. So he would be me. I just use them for safety shots, never to aim at targets. Yay! He did it! Yay! It's super moist. Need it. I like that I got on a Golden Tee rant, though, not something about how fucked up my internet is. Okay, so this is the kind of shot, though, that Stouts could have benefited me on. It's only 390 to the pin, but I only have a 5 wind. So technically, my Stout C3 would go further than a Titan C3 on this shot. Now, it's not there any way you look at it, but... my face. Ooh. Come on, I thought I had that too. See, you guys don't realize all the thoughts that are in my head with this. It's a lot more technical than we make it, than I make it sound all the time. See, this hole's gonna. This is actually one of my least favorite holes in Golden Tee. No, it's all fucked up in there. I'm gonna go back to one of the earliest people I ever played Golden Tee with, and kind of was my start with it. Right, was Chuck Spicer. We called him Chuck Wagon. And one of the first things he said to me when we were playing, he goes, "You don't want to get in my head, dude. It's all fucked up in there." I was like, "Oh shit, okay." No, I left it short, didn't I? Oh, okay, got fringe. Good. Yeah, Aiden, me too. Uh, uh, uh. Hey, you too, Aiden. We'll see you soon. See you in a couple weeks, buddy. Return to the mat. You know what it is. What it is. What is it? Better way to get up out of bed. Fuck me. I don't have a. Fuck me. Wow. Why didn't that come down the hill? Parker suit game and Plinko for my style money. Oh, that sucks. That was stupid. I should have just hit a cut shot. You know I'm gonna end up like acing one of these now. You can't tell me nothing. People spread it across the country. Oh God, I wanted a 4. Oh well. Oh well, we're finishing it though. Go back. This is the moment. All right, I'm gonna try something here. in my heartbeat. Let me break my shirt on Shark Week. Wow. Well, I'm only 37 ahead of Josh and like 57 ahead of Jason. But guys, it's been a fun night. I didn't expect to be this late. I appreciate you guys keeping me going. And when I say that, I actually mean it. I actually like talking with you guys. It was a pleasure. We will see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. though. I'll be back. And hopefully we'll have some more good topics. But I love y'all. Happy Memorial Day and be safe. Good night.